All right. Cool. Kenny B here with another video from Cities and Suburbs. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you on board. Thank you for the, as we say in Massachusetts, fun. Really cool. May 25th, 2020, Memorial Day. Let me just say, and I don't have to say anything actually, it is the men in this country and the women, obviously, that helped defeat the worst onslaught of an army back in the 1940s, which were the Germans in early 1930s, 32, the German Empire under Adolf Hitler. An incredible feat. You know, I think when you think about Memorial Day, you think about all the wars, foreign and domestic. We had the war against the Union. We had the war against the Confederacy. We had the Civil War, whatever you like to call it. But man, oh man, and, you know, and I look at TV tonight and I can't watch another bullet fly across the screen. I just can't. In light of the pandemic that has swept our country, the world, in the end we'll see, you know, where that all started from and how it began. But Memorial Day in this country, United States of America, are to remember the men who have fallen for the flag. Okay? A lot of the women behind the scenes were absolutely working very hard. The men were in the front lines, no doubt about that. I would not let my wife pick up a gun in 1943, even though she probably would have. But no, you needed back then, you needed strong home front and a strong offense and a strong defense. And defense in World War II, it seemed like the Americas, home front, everybody was involved, right? The rubber drives, the shorters, you know, we get that. We understand that there was probably some intentional things that, not intentional, but necessary for everybody to get involved. The rubber drives, the, you know, painted on nylons, you know, but nevertheless, there were millions of individuals worldwide that lost their lives defeating one enemy or another between the 1930s, 1900s, you know, straight up. In Europe, is it really settled? Is it, you know, is everything good over there? The Middle East, is everything good over there? One day at a time, my friends. So, you know, this is, again, unprecedented in terms of what the United States has been subjected to. Again, I'm not going to get into, you know, you can't build a wall to keep a germ out. Okay? That's not into the defense of anything or anybody, but germs are germs. And, it's going to be difficult for us to come out of this in terms of our economy. Our economy back in 1918, when the first influenza was a terrible, terrible pandemic. I don't even know if they called it back a pandemic back then, but we had an industrial economy where we could put people back to work. But today we don't have that. We have a service economy where we wait on people. In sports, see you later. Whoa, hold on. No, we're all good here. We're all good. I was just going to talk about the NHL. Let me shift. Sports, Major League Sports. So, the National Hockey League. They want to have 24 teams in the playoffs, 7 teams that will not make it to the playoffs because they suck. And so it's going to be, those 7 teams will have to say, well, we're out of it. The only bring this out, I'm bringing this up tonight. NHL, MLB, and NBA. You pick your snoozy sport. My snoozy sport, number 1, is basketball. It's a snoozy sport. You guys blame baseball? Are you kidding me? God almighty. You play it outside. Like football. It's played outside. I know you play it in a dome and everything, but compared to the NHL and the NBA, whose seasons right now should be over, okay? We're looking for a way to resurrect them. NHL looks like they want to open up sometime in June. 24 teams. Kind of like oh my God, it's like a bracket, without any fans, regional playing. NBA, maybe late July. They do not have a plan yet. Perhaps thinking about Disney World's, ESPN's, worldwide, Wide World of Sports complex in Orlando. There are houses there. People won't have to travel. These dudes, especially with the NHL. I mean, the National Hockey League in America, there's so many players that play on these teams in different cities and states throughout the country in the United States that are from other countries. This is really weird. But by the way, make sure you wear your mask when you go to Stop and Shop tomorrow. The Major League, Major League Baseball, we're 2 months down. Okay? We've already lost. This is just in ticket sales, $4.2 billion in ticket sales. Okay? So when you talk about all the sports combined, I always thought I'm going to use what we call asses in the seats. Okay? All 3 sports, okay, are left with only TV revenues because you can't put your ass in the seat. Okay? And that hurts a lot of players. Okay? The owners, things like that. We get that. The owners will never suffer. It's the billionaires against the millionaires, regardless of what sport you're thinking about or what sport you like. But June, July, and August to roll out, in Major League Baseball, so there'll be 82 regional games. Okay? Right now, like I said, there's $4 billion lost because of empty seats. That is incredible. I could go on and on. Think about, too, the baseline pay for a Major League Baseball player right now. Baseline. Meaning that, I have to pay you $555,000 a year. That's a baseline, but that's for me. I used to win 24 games, and now I win nothing, and I come in and I'm a reliever. After that I clean the latrines. But I'm still making $555,000. I remember that when John Lackey left the Red Sox, by the way, back in 2000 and whatever. They paid him nothing, and he went to the California Angels, Los Angeles Angels, whoever they were back then. Won a World Series. We let him go at $500,000, which was a total insult. But let me just say, a lot of young guys that are coming up in sports right now that have traveled, particularly in Major League Baseball right now. Because let's face it, hockey should be over, the NBA should be over, and we're with the boys of summer. And I will default to that, okay? All these guys have traveled far and wide to play in the Cape Cod leagues, the developmental baseball leagues where scouts are looking at, hey, he's got a great right arm, he's got a great left arm, we look at it, he catches those balls, and man, this guy's got a swing like Williams. It's just not there right now. It's just not right there. It's not there right now. And no, and it's not right there either. Swing and a miss. Big flipping swing and a miss. So just to say that Major League sports in the United States behold billions and billions and billions of dollars, okay, that they want to give to the United States economy. But they are also big employers with employees. Not everyone has a $4.6 million a year salary, which is what the average baseball player makes right now. Okay? But those are the marquee dudes. Those are the people that put the asses in the seats. Okay? Nonetheless, baseball, hockey, National Basketball Association, they are spectator sports, which calls fans, which is, an early 1900s term, came out of fanatics. Boy, they're really fanatics. They're really crazy about this sport. Yeah, we really are. Fans. Spectators, whatever. If you don't put butts in the seat, man, you do not have a sport. I am going on record tonight. I don't care about 82 game schedule with the MLB. Regional this, regional that, just to salvage something. I guarantee you the person that is a developmental baseball player is still in there. I get it. I've been a drummer my whole life. I've been, working hard at my trade. I get it. You don't stop, but you have to be reasonable too, and you have to feed the family, right? And follow your dream at the same time. Not everybody is Big Papi or, Altuve or these guys who can. And I get that a lot of these folks and players in MLB have, said, hey, I won't take a salary this year to, keep things. You're not paying me for this. You're not paying for. That's great. They can say that, but a lot of people, and a lot of developmental players, they're not going to make it in. And a lot of the stadiums are closed. So, of course, America being a service economy at this point, right? People aren't buying merchandise. They aren't going to the games. When you buy that seat, particularly at your home game, home field, if you love the Red Sox, it may be really uncomfortable, but each seat at Fenway Park has a dollar value assigned to it. Doesn't matter whether you're there or not. It's where the seat is and who sits there often, and are they going to buy a program? Are they going to buy merchandise? Are they going to buy a $12 sausage from the vendor out on the street? You know, all this stuff is such a economic nightmare that the public, well, we're not going to share on that, you know? So I can't cheer on any team this year, NBA, NHL, MLB. I am sorry. I'll keep watching YouTube. I'm resigned to 2021, okay? And I understand that all these different genres of sports, NBA, all of them, whether it's NASCAR, NBA, or NHL, I understand that these are they're such a fabric of American life, but if you can't have Americans, spectators, in there to watch these events that are spectator sports, then I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I'm an advocate for either or. People need to stay employed, I get that, but how interested, I'm not interested right now with leaves on the tree in basketball, almost palatable, definitely not hockey, give me a break, and Major League Baseball, however they want to do it. I don't even know who are on the Red Sox right now because we've been on lockdown and shut down and told not to do this and do that. Now we're being told to eat this. I'm sorry. You know what? Maybe the government's helping out professional sports. Who knows? But we'll see what happens, guys. I'll tell you what, I'm just not into it. I will not have any part of any major sport this year. I will continue to watch Tom Brady's comeback against the Falcons, a few years ago. That's a lot more palatable to me. Take care. Thank you, guys. And I already know how to say it now. Thank you. Night, guys.